This week's featured item sets include Loda on Antimage and MoonMeander playing Invoker. Hey guys, this is Peter and welcome. I'm doing a Dota 2 hat review of the Dota Pit tournament. So what I did this week was watched a bunch of games and I was looking for the best mix and match sets that I could find this week. So I saw a lot of great item sets, but most of them are just like, you know, the player bought the set and equipped the whole thing and that was the end of it. So I wanted to find mix and match sets, which is kind of more personal feeling to me. It means they made a decision about which items to put on, so I'm a little more excited about those. Anyway, the first one I want to go over is Loda's Antimage. I thought this one was pretty awesome, and it's also like a reasonably cheap set. I'd say you can get it for around $3 to $3.50, all of the components that I have. So let me just go through them. He is using the Arcs of Manta, which I think are probably the most classic anti-mage item. I like that the bright white goes so well with the purple items that pretty much every other anti-mage item is, and it gives it that little bit of pop when you're running around hitting people in the face. So I really love those weapons. I feel like you can't have an anti-mage set without them. I mean, you can, but... Anyway, the next one is the Acolyte of Vengeance mask. I like this a lot. It has 3 different styles. I think the style that he picked is the one without the hood, so you can have mask by itself, hood by itself, or mask and hood. Of course, he's got the shroud and the collar going on, so just mask was a really good choice here. Shroud of the Awakened comes with a really cool belt. It's got this weird like eye stuff going on. Pretty neat. And I like how that goes actually with a belt of Yozkrath with the yin yang. Colors not quite matching, but it's close enough. And I think the belt actually with the little filigree on it, it's not the same color as the Arcs of Manta because it's off-white, but you know, it pops a little bit in another place besides the weapons. So I think that's pretty good. The collar and shroud and mask combination does have a bit of clipping, which I think is a problem in a preview. If you want your item previews to look good in like your profile, featured, or just your loadout, you probably want to avoid clipping like this, but it's not such a big deal in game, and actually in this case I think it turns out looking pretty good. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And finally the bracers I should mention, pretty damn cool. Got those like little glowing eyes. I think those go with the rest of the colors very nicely, and he does have the taunt equipped, so didn't see him use it, but it's always good to know that it's there. So I like this set a lot. Again, it's a pretty budget set, and I appreciate that as someone who hopes that everyone can get nice items for heroes that they play. So yeah, I thought this one was pretty standout. Okay, so let's check out MoonMeander's Invoker. Alright, so MoonMeander's Invoker is a little harsher on the Steam wallet than Loda's Antimage. That's mostly due to the heaven-piercing pauldrons, so keep that in mind. You could get a pretty close imitation of this set for probably less than $1, but those kind of up the price tag on it, so it is what it is. So the hair that he's got is the hairstyle of the Eastern Range. He does have the ponytail style equipped. There is also a not ponytail style, which I just don't get why you would have this item and not have the ponytail. It gives him this elven kung fu gonna kick you in the face and then do magic at you look that I think is pretty good for Invoker. So the pauldrons, this is definitely my favorite Invoker pauldron. It's been out since TI3. It looked like hella swag then, and it still does. It's got this ridiculous, pompous, over-the-top thing to it that just has Invoker all over it. So I really do like that he is wearing those. One thing that is the issue is this clipping. Again, not great in preview, but it looks fine in game. You wouldn't even notice it there. Now he's got on his belt and his cape a different color than this goldish yellow that's on the pauldrons and the rest of the Invoker model. I am sort of off-put that it doesn't match, but the fact that he's got it on the front and the back gives it just enough consistency that I think it's okay. And I love the fabric folds here, and I just really love the way that the pauldron spikes going up kind of echo the cape spikes going down. I think that looks great, and I think it even looks better in game with the cape kind of flapping around and you get that drama created by those lines going in different directions like that. I think it looks pretty good. So the final item that he has is the Iceforge bracers, and again, these don't really match the rest of the set, but I think it's a small enough item that the fact that the color is a little bit different doesn't really bother you. And the blue gems, even though they're darker, kind of match the lighter blue gem that's on the pauldrons. It works. I think when you put it all together, you've got a bunch of different colors, and the overall impression is this Invoker looks great. So, oh, I should also mention he does have the Iceforge Spirit. It's one of my favorite Forge Spirits. I think they look colorful and kind of wonderful in game. So, overall, really great set by MoonMeander. Alright, so if you guys enjoyed the video, please comment, like, all that good stuff. If you have an opinion on which set you like better, I'd absolutely love to hear it. I'm gonna not say mine in the air so as not to influence anybody, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope everyone has a great weekend and a very happy Dota.